As a person, I'm very restless. I feel I have a lot of things to say. The insecurity is always there, whether you will get another chance to say it or not. So you want to say it all at the same time, and then try and say it well. And because you're handling 150 people, and it requires a lot of energies to control them, to reach out to them, whether you're reaching out to them or not, that again causes restlessness. Am I communicating right? Am I understanding them right? Plus, you feel that filmmaking is, as I said, is all that I love, all that I can do, all that I want to do. And therefore, if the opportunity comes, then you want to do it 100%. You want to give it all. I had finished Khamoshi. I was just resting when an old gentleman, 67-year-old man called Pratap Karvat, he called me up one fine day and said, I want to meet you because I think I have a story which is very, very interesting and I think you will like it a lot. He narrated this story to me. And I liked the story. Obviously, I've changed the story halfway down the line, but the base was so powerful and it was so beautiful. I thought it had tremendous potential to make a film. If you put a film into a particular place, very specific place, then you start getting the fragrance of that place. I wanted to bring it in Gujarat. I was very clear that in spite of this light peach colored, light toned Haveli, it would be enhanced by just a riot of colors. Here the characters are very aggressive, very rich, very powerful. For example, Zoraji, we've used only blacks. Nandini, we've used only darker tones. Smita Jaikar, we've used very pastel shades. All pre-production took around 1 year, 2 months. So it's around 14 months. It's a lot of effort, lot of planning, lot of thought, lot of research. Music of Gujarat, dances of Gujarat, costumes of Gujarat, locations of Gujarat. So it has taken a lot of effort, lot of time. I write my own screenplays. I cannot direct other screenplays written by other people. I feel it's only something which comes naturally from within, something which may not be the best screenplay on this earth, but still it is a screenplay that comes from deep within. I understand the characters, I understand the feelings, I understand their passion and compassion. I can feel their pain, I can feel the enjoyment, otherwise I cannot. So I write my own screenplays. I cannot direct screenplays written by other people. See, we did a lot of location hunting. We saw a lot of Havelis, very, very beautiful Havelis, but you do not have necessarily the interiors that you want, or you do not have a connection of the interior spaces and the exteriors that you want for the screenplay, the demand of the screenplay. It is far more in control over here because your lighting is in control, your actors are more easily available, you're not tugging everything along over there. You can design the Haveli according to the needs of the screenplay, which is the most important. It was Nitin and my idea to construct it in levels and use this problem of helipad to our advantage. We wanted levels for the terrace, for the kite song. So otherwise we at least have 4 levels and 4 levels of terraces. So which automatically brings these levels very interestingly. And therefore characters looking from up, looking from down, looking from opposite the Haveli, looking from across the rooms. All this has been part of the screenplay. Anything that is visually going to be seen on the film, art direction, costumes, camera work. These are 3 departments which finally is what is the visual impact of the film. Therefore, all 3 need a lot of attention. Costumes primarily because finally how nice the characters look. How will Aishwarya's character look like Aishwarya's character? How do we break her from her image of the other films? How do we make Salman different? How does he slowly, when he comes from abroad, slowly start getting Indianized in his clothes? When does he start wearing dhoti kurta? What colors we will use? What will Devgan's character be? So it was like, and because of Aishwarya's more westernized look, what colors would finally give the rustic flavor to her, more power to her?
That the film should look as colorful as it can, with keeping in mind the budget, and like Salman should be fantastically dressed, and Ajay also should be fantastically dressed, but keeping him in character.
Shabina has done costumes for all the men in the film, and Neeta has done the costume for all the women in the film.
He didn't want the women to look very outdated or very traditionally completely Indian, although he wanted the element of Indianism in the clothes. And secondly, his basic requirement was that Aishwarya should look a little more softer, lighter, more flamboyant, in keeping with the character of Aishwarya, it was a character which was very close to earth, very close to, very bubbly, and is from a background of music, and a very lively person.
Both would mutually work it out amongst themselves, and I feel that has worked and that has given a lot of color to the film. Music, again, we worked very hard. Music is something that I feel today, in today's filmmaking, is the first impression that reaches the audience. Now music, because it was Gujarat based, but it had to be popular format. At the same time, a new music director, his name is Ismail Darbar. I travelled with him all over my locations. I made him hear Gujarat music. We spent a lot of time in the deserts listening to musicians, interiors of Kutch, a lot of Bhavai form, everything. The folk form, a lot of it we heard.
क्लासिकल है, इसमें फोक है, थोड़ा इसको हम लोगों ने वेस्टर्न रिदम डाला, यूज़ किया है इसमें। हम लोगों ने हमेशा सोचा कि भाई हमारे डायरेक्टर को जो चाहिए वो देना बहुत ज़रूरी है, और संजय मेरे ख्याल से म्यूज़िक का इतना नॉलेज है उनको।
Choreography is again then doing justice to that song. We've taken 1 year to create the music of this film. I've used new choreographers like Vaibhavi. I've done one kite song with Ganesh Acharya, who's experienced because it was a very, very big scale song and trying to control kites, and he's a wonderful kite flyer. It's very challenging to treat each song differently rather than say, okay, let's have 20 dancers set up and dance over there. I like to do my scenes within a song, and I think I'm very happy with the songs I've done so far. Anil and me gel because we have the correct wavelength. We discuss the whole screenplay, we discuss the scenes, we discuss the short breakdown, we discuss the look of the film. But finally I give him a lot of leeway as far as the lighting pattern that he wants to, which he does keeping the mood of the scene in mind.
All I can say is that he works very hard at his narrative and works in great detail in etching out every single character and every single detail and the setting, and including, I mean, his input in camera and light and in his visualizing the whole scene. He's pretty clear about all that. So that helps a lot in the making of the film. I think it's a very difficult job because of the fact that she's perfect, or because of the fact that she is perceived as perfect. So to me the challenge really is to make her human, to make her real, because that is more important in the films that we do. I mean, she is, let's say the face was launched much before she became an actress, in the sense that she started off being a model. And then that image and that the whole face got so strongly registered in the public mind that now to make it human, to make it real, to make it believable, that is the challenge. And that is tough with Ash.
Improvisation is definitely on. I definitely like to improvise. I feel that's once you come to the location, once the lights are in place, when the actors are in their costumes, and everything changes. Suddenly one touch of the pillar makes a lot of difference. Going across the pillars makes a lot of difference. Using the chandelier makes a lot of difference. So improvisation is very, very important. Everybody must improvise. There are a few scenes in the film which have been designed as scenes, very, very specific scenes.
एक दिन कोई मुझे तुम्हारी नाक के नीचे से उड़ा कर ले जाएगा और तुम कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे, खाली आसमान को ताकते रहना तुम।
कैसे नहीं करूंगा? इसको थोड़ी आपकी बुक्की नहीं देना। करेक्ट।
In library, because I did the whole scene in one shot, and she had to almost break down, almost fight, they had to do an almost lip-to-lip kiss. She had to go through the entire range of emotions within which took 2 days, because the first day she did around 6-7 takes and we were not happy. She was not happy. She realized that she had to do it. She realized that I was disappointed. She knew that everybody else had great expectations from that scene. And I kept that shot simple because I like to leave the room for the actor, not to cut it too much, because then the actress starts banking on the cuts, whereas here you are playing real emotions and within the real 2 minutes. She came the next day, prepared for it again. We talked about it again. We reworked certain lines. The shot remained the same, and she did it fabulously the next day.
Got it.
When he is going and she has to run, and the dupatta catches fire, and she has to go to the terrace to see him, and the last look, and the last time he freezes her by saying statue to her, and obviously when she tries to commit suicide by the pond. I think visually that is one of the most arresting scenes in the whole film. And that's again when you realize that when I see the rushes in the close-up, her eyes have dilated, which without putting any drops or anything. So I think she started experiencing Nandini in totality, completely, and the results are very fascinating. Salman's, that scene was difficult because he is looked upon as a person who is very fun-loving and all the time having a ball in life, and even making a joke out of everything in life, smiling, laughing at all, even the serious matters. So the family doesn't take him seriously at the dining table when he first comes to live in this house, and they feel that what music will he learn? He takes off suddenly in jazz, babble, scatting, and everybody is freaking out because he is going all over the top, in the sense falling under the table, going over the table, and then he sings a melody. After all the jazz and jamming and babble and scatting, he suddenly sings a melody which is actually the love theme in the film. And everybody on the table, from Aishwarya to Vikram Gokhale to Smita Jaikar to Rekha Rao, all the principal characters realize that there is much more to the boy than just laughing, joking and having a ball in life. It's a very difficult scene for Salman because he had to really let himself again loose, go mad completely, and again come back in control very quickly. So obviously we had a lot of drama happening on that scene, fights, problems, tantrums, but the end result is fabulous. She listened to the script as nobody till date has heard my script. Very careful, very sharp, very attentive, very involved, correctly moved and choked at the right places in the script, correctly laughed at the right places in the film, correctly understood the character, understood the passion and the fire that the girl is all about, willingness to finally, the preparation in the mind that no, for this role I will have to work hard, I will have to brainwash myself, I'll have to stop thinking about how beautiful I am, I'll have to really push myself to the limits as far as histrionics is concerned. And I felt as the film progressed that she was doing everything that I think she had planned, everything that I had wanted her to do. My only line to her was that, Ash, I want a lot of fire, I want a lot of passion, I want a lot of honesty to the film. If you can be honest to the film and the script, then you will be a good performance, you'll have a good performance in the film. But if you are aware of being Aishwarya Rai and Miss World and this angle, then let's not. And I felt that honesty was tremendous in the film. Even if she is fooling around and laughing on the sets and joking around, her mind is ticking. Her mind is very aware of what she is doing. Her concentration is full time.